I died in Vietnam, but not in the tunnels. That part still surprises me because every single time I went down there, I was certain I wasn't coming back up. Cu Chi District, 25 miles northwest of Saigon, 1968. The sergeant stood in front of our unit and said they needed volunteers, small guys, guys who could fit into an 18-inch hole in the ground and crawl through total darkness with a pistol and a flashlight looking for Viet Cong. I'm 5'7", 140 pounds. I raised my hand. Nobody made me, nobody pressured me. The guy next to me, 6'2", 200 pounds, looked at me like I'd lost my mind. Maybe I had. But I'd seen what the tunnels were doing to us. The VC disappearing underground after attacks, booby traps appearing from nowhere, men dying and nobody knowing where the enemy went. Someone had to go down there. I figured it might as well be me. That decision sent me underground 40 times, and the 40th time nearly kept me there. What I'm about to tell you, the guys who called themselves tunnel rats used a name for what it felt like down there. They called it the Black Echo. The sound of your own breathing coming back at you in a space so small you can't turn around. So dark, you can't see your hand touching your face. I'm going to tell you what it's like to be completely lost inside the earth. No compass works underground, no radio, no backup. Just you and the dark and the knowledge that somewhere in that darkness, someone is waiting to kill you. The first time I went down, I didn't understand yet what I was agreeing to. The entrance was a trap door in the jungle floor, camouflaged with leaves and dirt so perfectly that you could walk over it 100 times and never know. Maybe a foot square, just wide enough for one thin man to lower himself through. I went in feet first, lowered myself into the earth. The jungle disappeared above me. The trapdoor closed. And then there was nothing. Not darkness the way a room is dark when you turn off the lights. Not darkness the way night is dark. This was the absence of light so complete it has a physical weight. You feel it on your eyes. You feel it pressing against your face. Your brain starts making up shapes because it can't process the total absence of visual information. Shadows that aren't there. Movement in the corners of nothing. I turned on my flashlight. A narrow beam cutting through the black, revealing a tunnel maybe 2 feet wide and 18 inches high. Red-brown clay walls pressing in on both sides. Low ceiling brushing the back of my helmet. The smell hit me next. Damp earth and something else. Something organic and wrong. The smell of a space where people had been living underground for years without sunlight. I had a .45 pistol in my right hand, flashlight in my left. I started crawling. The tunnel went straight for maybe 30 feet, then bent hard left. I couldn't see around the bend. Anything could be waiting around the bend. A Viet Cong soldier lying flat in the dark with a pistol aimed at where my flashlight would appear. A tripwire attached to a grenade. A pit filled with sharpened bamboo stakes pointing upward. I stopped before the corner. Held my breath, listened. That's the thing nobody tells you about the tunnels. Your other senses take over completely. You learn to smell the difference between damp clay and a man's body heat. You learn to hear the difference between the tunnel breathing and something breathing inside it. You become animal down there. Pure instinct, pure nerve. I went around the corner. Empty. I exhaled, kept crawling. But what I didn't know, what nobody tells you going in, was that the tunnels weren't just tunnels. The Ku Chi system was 3 levels deep in places, going down and down through the clay. The top level may be 10 feet underground, second level 20 feet, third level 30 feet below the surface, sometimes deeper. Some of the tunnels went close to 60 feet down, each level connected by vertical shafts just wide enough for a body. The whole system covered over 200 miles of passages, rooms branching off tunnels, tunnels branching off rooms. A labyrinth built by people who had been digging it for 20 years and knew every inch of it in total darkness. I was going in with a flashlight and a pistol. They were home. The booby traps came in varieties that someone had spent considerable time inventing. Bamboo traps, tripwires that would set off grenades, overturned boxes of scorpions or venomous snakes. Some of the traps were designed not to kill you, but to wound you, to stop you moving so that help would have to come in after you, creating more targets. The tunnels themselves were bent and curved deliberately to dampen explosions, so you couldn't clear a passage by throwing a grenade around a corner. The tunnels twisted and turned to dampen explosions. I learned to move with my flashlight low, not held at chest height. Chest height made me a target silhouette. Low was harder to aim at. I learned to turn the light off and move 6 inches in the dark and turn it on again quickly. A moving light is harder to shoot at than a stationary one. I learned to stop and stay completely still for minutes at a time and just listen to the dark. After 1 year of service, the hearing and smell of a typical tunnel rat became 60% better than that of an average man. I believed that. By my 10th mission, I could smell a human presence in a tunnel before I could see or hear one. Not cologne, not food, just the specific warmth and chemistry of a body occupying the same enclosed space. It saved my life at least twice that I know of, and probably more times that I don't. By this point, I had a routine, a ritual almost. Check the pistol, check the flashlight batteries. Don't eat anything with a strong smell for 24 hours before going down. Don't smoke, don't chew gum. Smell clean and you'll smell American, and they'll know you're coming.